Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dylan Piper, and I'll be your host tonight for the free questions. And tonight I'm joined by Scottish Warriors founder, our leader, our sunshine in the darkness, David.
Hello,
And
guys.
also, and also tonight's special guest. She's lively, she's opinionated, and yes, she's a little bit ginger. It's Claire.
Definitely think you've got the wrong person.
And of course, we've got her magical sidekick, the person whom of which tries to boost the bronzes, Grant.
Aye, that's me.
Right, happy days. Okay, so we're covering 3 questions tonight. The questions are: what was the first memory you have of playing a video game? What will women get? When will women get the same support in the esports community as men? And what do you think an esports community should consist of? So, question 1. Grant, what's the first memory you've got of playing a video game? Put you right on the spot.
Aye, you did.
Poor Grant.
I know, yeah.
Video game. Would have been Grand Theft Auto 5. Not Grand Theft Auto 5, but I'm thinking. Grand Theft Auto when I was 5.
Right, okay.
PS1.
And did that consist of picking people up on the side of the street to get health by any chance?
Nah, I just killed Andy. The top,
It's not a lot different from his normal life just now, though, is it?
Goes
the
about
top
killing
ones, yeah.
people.
top down you. That's all you need. You need that in your life.
What one would that have been, Grant?
The first thing.
Right, okay, so you were a dot on the screen. You've
Aye,
already got
pretty
on your
much.
computer pressing control to shoot.
Putting down the way.
What about you, Claire?
You got a good view for tits.
Wow. Ah. You haven't seen mine yet, Grant. Don't worry about it.
What? There's nothing there. Joking.
Okay.
She
Wow.
tries to show her tits, and you tell her to turn around because then she's showing her back.
Excuse me,
can't
darling,
wait
you've
to
got
get
2
to
mosquitoes on your chest.
I can't wait to get to the second question.
Wow.
You need to answer the first one first.
Well, See, I don't know, because it was like dead weird for me, because obviously, like, you guys have all been brought up around video games and whatever when you were younger, but I wasn't. Obviously, I had like 2 older brothers.
You
And
were
they
out,
were brought up around.
you were out making dens and shit like the cool kids.
Yeah, I was like playing, Blue Murder and going behind the garages and having a wee sneaky like kiss, I was
Living
just
on
your
a farm.
typical- I know. I was just a typical girl. I didn't actually like video games until I actually went out with someone who's a bit of a dick, by the way. But we won't go near. We won't talk about that.
Wow.
And he actually showed me League of Legends, and League of Legends was kind of the first kind of main game that I played, apart from like your FIFA Street and stuff like that. But they don't really count. So
FIFA Street.
FIFA Street was banging.
Aye,
know
it
you
was.
like all these like like the video games like like Crash Bandicoot and that. I don't really count them as like a major video game. So like it would if I was like talking about when I really got into it. First of all, it would have just been League. So it's League is all I've played really.
Well, that's quite good seeing it from a different perspective though, because we've all done it from such a young age. You've just
Like
come
I've
straight
never
into
like
League.
played. Yeah, I've never played RuneScape before. Like,
Oh
ever.
wow!
Near have I.
And
Oh
Lucky
I've
you.
wow!
only
Never played RuneScape. Fuck that.
You have not lived.
I've only ever played Minecraft like twice, and one of them was actually with Grant, I think it was, when we were playing. And I only played like one time after, like before that. So, yeah.
All right. Okay. What about you, David? Here we go.
I was about to
Back
say,
in time we're going here.
aye. My first game would probably be Crash Bandicoot.
Oh really?
On PlayStation. Aye, I was back. I had every console growing up.
All right.
But, like,
Well,
I had
posh
Sonic.
kids.
I remember Sonic and Sega because my dad and that still had that. But probably the first big one was Crash Bandicoot. Was the first game like I never put down. But I've been PC gaming for I was a young boy as well. F22 Raptor was a game that me and my dad always played constantly. So
Aye. And
Oh.
what were you playing with Team Fox with them? What game was that?
well, that was well later on. That was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The
Okay.
first time round. That was back in the days when you could run about one scoping people.
And you done quite well there, didn't you?
We were doing good. There was a good 32 and a whole clan that we all played. We did play 5v5s and it was organised servers and stuff we were in, so it was quite good. I was still quite a young age at that when that was started.
Well, that's decent. I mean, you've got your little brother now grown up. What do you think his first game was? It's going to be a lot different to us, is it?
Nah, he's Grand Theft Auto all the way. He's no
Aye.
stop. He still plays Grand Theft Auto. I don't know how exploring his ending.
The thing I say, at that age, you're influenced so
Mhm.
much. He's
Now,
gonna,
don't get me wrong. I mean, like when I was a boy, I mean, Grand Theft Auto was like never out of my hands. Grand Theft Auto 3 was like I went home at 4 o'clock for school and played it till like I went to bed till I got up in the morning, and then played it before I left to school, and then come back and played it again.
I remember those days.
Aye,
Grand Theft Auto
exactly.
3.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
I always
kinda-
remember getting off the thing and be like, oh my god, look how real it looks.
like guys get like two squares for a chin.
Oh my god, look at the graphics.
That fucking plane mission though. Which one? The one.
The RC helicopter mission.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was Vice City.
Was it?
Aye.
I can't even mind those games because it was so long ago.
that wasn't Vice City, Dave. That was San Andreas, man. Come on.
No, that was Vice City.
What?
No, they were in both.
Was it in both?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
There's
I
a train,
would've
there's a
liked
train
it.
mission. There's a helicopter mission in both of them.
I still think Vice City was the best.
Yeah, but the only thing that popped off Vice City was the soundtrack. The soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
remember.
really enjoyed the new one though.
I remember the first time I played GTA 3. It was on. My dad just bought me a new TV for the auctions, and I used to have to batter the top of it for it to work. And it was only black and white because he bought us a PlayStation, and it didn't have one of the wires for the SCART cable.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
it wasn't actually in colour.
Yeah, it would still work on 2 wires, but you had to use the third one for colour.
So I was playing it and I was like, oh my god, there's motorbikes. And that was my first real memory of GTA, was getting on the motorbikes. It was brilliant. It was fucking brilliant.
The good old K Rose radio.
Aye. Oh, some of the chat shows they had on there, you can like...
Funny as it. See, listening back to them now, but like you would drive about and you would not notice them. But
No.
it's like now you would hear them and you would just piss yourself for like 3 years listening to one guy and a woman chat to each other on a radio show in Grand Theft Auto.
It's brilliant, I love it, mate. I think it's probably one of the best games that was ever made. It was Grand Theft Autos as a whole.
Yeah. Probably
all
the best
fe-
franchise in gaming.
And it all came from Dundee.
Exactly. I was on...
Oh, that wee shithole.
I was on... What an ass. I was on the new GTA today actually, and I drove past somewhere on the beach, and there's a Scotland flag on one of Michael's missions, and I was like, oh, and I stopped and I failed the mission for it. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's right. It's a wee
What?
Easter egg.
What do you play GTA 5 on, Dylan?
You what?
What do you play GTA 5 on?
Xbox, mate.
Oh, pish, mate.
I know.
Get that for PC.
I'm gonna have to.
I'll play it with you. I'm fucking down for that shit.
I'm gonna have to, mate. Right, shall we move on to the second question? I don't know how long we've been going for.
Third question.
The third.
Uh,
No, we'll go do the third first, and then we'll go on to the second.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so David, you've got the most experience with communities as it stands from us, from what I can gather. What do you think an esports community should consist of?
Any sports community should consist of people, first and foremost.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of community you're setting up. So like we've got a league community set up, but
Yeah.
you could have your own community set up for like you could still be Scottish Warriors, but we set up for league. You don't need to set it up for league. You can set it up because these are all gay, these are all lesbians. You have the same interest in one anime show you want to set it up for, that you all still play games.
yeah.
So you need to find out
What you have in common.
your common interest of setting your community to what you want your community to be.
Okay, so the Scottish Warriors as a whole, David, you said you set that up with League of Legends. Is that going to expand any further? This is obviously, I know the answers to these, but for the purposes of this show.
Well, at the moment, No, but we're looking to expand other teams and other games because I mean, like playing the same game over and over and over. Yeah, you'll be good, but it's boring. It'll drive you away from the game.
You
Uh,
can
It's
be a
like
pro like me.
yeah, even if you were a pro like you still like or even other pro. Other pros still play games in between playing games of league.
Yeah, you've got your break game from your main.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like Dyrus is playing Dark Souls 4 for like 45 minutes while he's still waiting in queue for his game because there's nobody up there to play.
Yeah.
So like, it's always good to have your second game in behind you. Like even if somebody's playing Hearthstone, then it's good to have the kind of games behind you. So if you're going to play separate games, then I think that we would be going through casual rather than the way we are with League at the moment.
Of course, yeah. I mean, there is other popular games, you know, like RuneScape, like your CS goes. There's a lot of people out there that are probably looking for a gaming community to go to, and you know, we are one of many. Fortunately enough, it's becoming a little bit more popular, but esports in Scotland is struggling at the moment. There is a few organisations up and running, but you know, it's on the rise. Claire, what do you think the main points of the community are at the moment? What do you think can be improved within Scottish Warriors, and what do you think we can do less of?
I think
Oh
I think
shit.
David should stop pestering me to come to land because I don't go out my house. I don't know, like, see, like, I like the people that are here. I wouldn't change anything about it. You know what I mean? And I only play League, so you know you're asking the wrong person, like as to what I think should change or what you think you should do differently.
Okay, Grant, what do you think then, Grant? You've probably played more games than all of us put together, just because
Cause he's an old
that's
man.
what you do. You're old as ass and you play games.
You're old as ass, Grant.
So like, it should just be just people that are like-minded and enjoy doing things together, like playing League of Legends, like talking outside of playing League of Legends. Just use that as an example. Try and play other games together. See how it
'Cause
gets
I know,
on.
like, I know a few people in the Scottish Warriors organisation thing, my bob. Like to play like a, you know, like to chill out and play like a little bit of, like, for example, like Town of Salem. I know a lot of there are a good few people in there that like to, you know, bash out a good game of Town of Salem. So
So what
it
is Town of Salem? I've never
it is
played
a
that.
bit it's about difference. Town of Salem's a bit like Cluedo. You know what I mean? Like who's the baddie?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And Grant really sucks at it. Let me just.
Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah, I do.
Bill-
I've decided to try playing it. It's actually quite fun. I enjoyed
It's
it.
fun though, like it's so chill. You know, it's like if you're sick of League or whatever, and then you can just go in, and the games only last like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so you can bat out a good few games whilst you're in the queue waiting or whatever, or even if you just want to take some time off. But
Yeah.
there's
Alright.
there's a lot of people in that organisation, or even in the, on the Discord thing that do stuff together that's out with League. You know, it's not typically just like a League only community. They do go away and together and do other stuff. So it's a good community. I
Yeah.
don't think it should change. It's got a bit of everything.
So what do we do, right, to stop it becoming like the bigger ones, like for example, a normal gaming community getting out of hand? Like how do you control that? What do you do with like managing the community? That's probably like when they say what should it consist of, it doesn't have to be just its members. How do you run it? What do we have to do as a community now to make sure that it stays as nice and as friendly as it is now?
Well, I think it's running itself pretty fine because you've just got a new job done, so like you're not here as much as MD as what you used to be, but
Yeah.
like nothing's changed, and that's as Claire says, it's running well, so like it doesn't have to change, and it's not changing, which is good. But to keep it League of Legends, I think we're successfully doing that, in the means of like our big tournament starts on Saturday, woo, hype it all up, but
Yeah.
like that keeps the attention focused to League of Legends.
Yeah.
So like even though it's a tournament that's running a weekly, so like you go, all right, guys, my team's playing tonight, and we've organised the game. Yeah, we're all playing League of Legends, but then that's you done for the week. So you can still play the league with your pals. You can still thrash out solo queue if you want to, but as a team, that you will still be playing 5v5s that one night of that week.
Yeah,
So like, because people can play it more if they want to play it more.
Yeah.
And people will play it less if they want to play it less. So then, like the rest of the week, they can still go back and play other games rather than sticking to League 24/7.
yeah. No, and that's a valid point. I mean, I'm looking down the list now on the right hand side of our members, and you've got people playing Terraria, Black Desert Online, Counter Strike Go. There's plenty of people, but you can see them playing together as well. So
Yep.
people they have met through a league community, they are then going on to play other games with.
Yeah, well, look at the Vikings. The Vikings, as you say, the first guy's in the Vikings team, he's playing League of Legends. The next guy's in Terraria, and the next guy's in Black Desert Online. The
Yeah.
next 5 people after that are all playing Counter Strike. So like, odds on they're all playing Counter Strike together.
Yeah, it's good to see, and it's just nice, and it's a positive environment.
It is really nice to see, because even though like it's, you know, it's obviously like a community where we all know each other to like a certain extent, but even the people that come into this community, like for example, you know, one of my friends came into the community and he was like welcomed, and it was nice to see, and then all of a sudden I see him, you know, playing with you, Dylan, on Counter Strike and
Yeah.
whatnot. So it's, you know, it's not as if like a new person comes in and it's like we kind of say oh hi, then kind of shove them away and go back to what we're doing. You know, they always get to be involved in everything.
Yeah, and that's good. I think we've pretty much covered the whole of what a community should consist of. Sorry. The next question, Claire, is probably a good one for you. When do you think women will get the same support in the esports community as men?
It's such a weird question, and it's such a difficult question to answer, because I know from like past experiences from different games that if people like know what gender I am, it completely changes the course of their opinions.
So do you have to hide that in game occasionally then?
I do like to hide it in game. A few months ago, I did have my name, you know, kind of one of them little girlier names and whatever. And it did drag a lot of attention to it. But ever since I changed it, no one knows any different, and that's what I like. I don't like to be judged on like how I play because of what gender I am. You know what I mean? I know I'm trash. I don't need my gender to tell you that. You know what I mean? But it's not even just with League though. It was like with like World of Warcraft as well. Like, you know, people who find out that what gender you are, it completely changes the way they look at you, and it could also affect like your chances of getting in a, you know, a good raiding guild or whatever. So it does kind of affect the girls more so than the boys. But then you do have that section of girls that do actually bring it on themselves, you know what I mean, that kind of go, oh, you know, skins for nudes, skins for tits, like
It's because it's fucking stereotypes, like they've
yeah, like, you know,
it's
and, like,
associated with no.
yeah, when people like find out that oh she's a girl, she must like go on webcam and get her tits out, but then David can vouch that, you know, I'm fucking terrified of my webcam, you know what I mean? So
Scared to turn it on.
She's got
Yeah,
it
I've
locked
got
in the
an
safe so she
yeah.
can't get to her.
like I'm that terrified that when I put my computer on, I have to like quit out of the webcam in case it accidentally turns on. You know what I mean? I think I've got like an average set of boobs, so I could probably go into a stream and put my webcam on and get a few bit of attention. But
You've got to
No,
go
I
about
don't.
saying, "My name is Dave."
yeah, my name's Josephine. Come give me tips. But no, it is a difficult situation to be in. And it's not a nice situation to be in either sometimes. But it just makes you want to prove the people that much more.
Something that's probably quite relevant to that then, Grant, I'll put this one towards you. Do you think that as a man you have a harder time gaining people to play with, progressing on games, just because you're male over female?
I think it's easier. A lot easier.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Like meeting people on like League is not really a problem.
Yeah.
Like I've met a few people that have when we've been playing solo queue or duo queue or whatnot, and then we've met someone that's played quite well, and they're a lassie that these other people have changed their mind and like don't want to play with them anymore because we're going to invite them to do something. But
See,
people
that's
are
different.
dickheads.
That's different because you're a good player, and me and David probably see the other side to that, eh, David?
We're no good players, so we don't get invited.
It's
People are
like,
dickheads.
You know, like on certain kind of, I'm not going to name drop, but you know, like on certain kind of like Facebook groups you go on and they have like the kind of thirsty, you know, bits. And it's like kind of like the girls that are like kind of like got their pictures up and then, you know, they've got their cleavage out, a face full of makeup. I'm not going to lie about it, right? But see when I'm playing League and whatever, I don't sit caked in makeup with my hair done. I sit with my hair tied up, greasy as hell, not showered for 2 days, picking my nose, you know what I mean? And no one wants to see that on stream, you know what I mean, though? And people get so dolled up and stuff to go onto their webcams or whatever to stream, but like, why would you have, you know, where's the fun in that? You just want to relax and day playing League. That's what I do anyway. I don't know about anyone else.
The word relax and league can't be associated.
No.
No, but you know what I mean? You kind of want to play it chilled. You don't want to be kind of like sitting up on your chair, pushing your bust up, but like, hey guys. You know
I'm
what
gonna
I
have
mean?
to order some copper pipes for my ears because my head gets that hot. Steam just comes flying out. I just look at David in Discord and think how much I hate him for no apparent reason when he's not even in the game.
Pretty much.
And then he gets it took out on him, bless him.
I always think guys have it easy on League. 110%, they do.
What's your opinion, Dave? Here we go.
Yeah,
I didn't hear an opinion because I'm Lilo.
First off, 100% agree with Claire. In fact, there's like, see, like Claire mentioned the first day. I take that as a bit of fun and banter. See, if a lassie's good looking, then she should be able to flaunt it. But like, I don't get the reason that guys have to like, oh, you're boosted because you're good looking. Like, what? Like, she can be good looking and play the league at the same time.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you're probably 8 times out of 10 that she probably is boosted, but that's not the point.
Figure on.
Hey!
Figure
Like-
on.
No, but like, you need to get somebody to, like,
No, but ugly people get boosted too.
yeah, I know.
I mean, like, I'm
Yeah,
ugly, I
but-
get boosted.
I'm busy Dylan. What does that tell you?
He
What?
qualifies as a girl. But
Dude.
no, like, Casey
I'm
Tron,
one
right? See, Casey Tron, she's the smartest lassie I know.
Yeah.
Because she's so stupid, she's got her boobs out, she's showing a bit of cleavage, and she's flaming. And you know, she doesn't even play League, and see the amount of money that she's got coming in. Like, she's just putting on a show. That's all she's doing.
Yeah.
I bet you, like, if you get to know Casey Tron on a night out or something, a Saturday night, you meet Casey Tron in the tune, she's not going to be that. She's not going to be that person that you're watching on Twitch.
Aye, but are we the stupid ones for feeding that, Dave?
Yes,
Yeah.
Aye.
100%. It's the stupid 14 and 15 and 16-year-old boys that think. Do you know what I mean?
First pair of tits.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
that's exactly what Dylan has said. What Dylan says is spot on. Like, you know, we're feeding this. So we're saying it's all right to do this. Therefore, we're bringing it all on ourselves and we're painting the girls that are actually, you know, decent at League who just actually just want to play League because they enjoy it. Or like with the same brush, like for example, like Casey Tron and stuff like that, because we're saying that's all right because we're donating to them. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've donated to Casey Tron myself, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
There's very few female league streamers that actually play the game.
Yeah. And
Like,
I
one
feel
of the
that,
best ones is that, what's her name, Pokemon or something, because
oh,
she's
yeah.
she's really good at the game.
I like that Savitia as well. She's pretty decent.
I've not seen her.
Do you remember Nick Coleslaw? Oh,
Yeah, what an
Yeah.
absolute. I'm
My
not gonna say
God.
anything. I can't.
did she
I-
not get banned off Twitch for strangling her cat?
yeah, I think so.
What?
Absolute, she's an absolute moron.
But
Like,
she used to be like an ex-porn star or some shit like that, right?
What?
Yeah.
I need to YouTube this later on.
I don't-
no, but see that
Find
that
herself like along, like on her bear, like on stream, did she not? Or something like that, or on a video or something. She got her tits out or something.
yeah, but that's the whole problem. Like, there's too many 15 and 16-year-old boys with the attitude and the stereotypical that they would rather watch that than watch this other lassie actually play League.
yeah.
That's where it falls down, because then the lassies that actually play League are getting left behind and they're not getting noticed.
Yeah.
It's the same
So-
for most of the league.
Well, not really.
the-
Like, guy,
You
there's
still
no-
got guys like fucking Tyler One,
I like
Who's-
Tyler One.
yeah, see,
who's just the male version like Casey done, just an act.
yeah, exactly.
But he's probably still a cunt in real life, but
Yeah, the difference is Tyler One is probably that in real life, but everybody says that Tyler One is a nice guy, which I mean he probably is, but like he says, Twitch to them is a show.
he's a good player as well.
But like, see if you go to Summit stream, like Summit was an ex-pro at Counter Strike, right? Summit is a really nice guy. That's personality. That's not a show. So like, I like watching Summit. Do you know? I don't even like playing Battlegrounds or H1Z1 that he plays, right? But he plays like
That's so
all the
weird
games.
because Summit's actually one of the best streamers going about.
Yeah, he is. But he's one of the best streamers going about because of him,
Yeah.
not because of the games he's playing or how good he's playing the games. I mean, he's shit hot at playing the games, right? That's just a bonus. But
You're
like,
not the first person I've heard that says Summit is one of the best streamers going about.
yeah, he is. I could sit and watch. Honestly, like the streams that you would go and watch and no like somebody, but you would still watch because you want to watch that stream for that specific reason. So, like, say I want to watch Crepo because I like support men, so I'm going to watch Crepo and try and learn. But I don't like Crepo for talking sake. But you would still watch that stream just to find out because he's good, even though you don't like him. But Summit just drags you in to his personality and into his world, and that's how I think he's went for like nothing to one of the best top streamers out there.
Yeah. Possibly, yeah.
there's not very many good streamers these days. Like, there's a few that used to like explain what they're thinking or that, what they're doing while they're playing the game, but they just don't do that anymore. They just sort of play their own game. And
Right,
streams
what
are
I
just-
think we should do is we're going quite off topic here. We should maybe save streamer topic for next week.
Yeah, we can look into this further. Yeah, but I'd still say it's quite relevant because how many streamers, your Summit, your Crepo or whatever. Well, forget Crepo. You've got your Summit, your Lyric. Who else? Don't know. You've got Cutie Pie. You've got Dyrus, right? Where's the female version?
Yeah, no, correct. I completely agree. I mean, I watch a lot of RuneScape streams as well, and there's Emily Pro. Now, I've
But-
never seen anybody take abuse like that on stream in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Where does Summit take that? Where does Dyrus take that? Dyrus only takes that when he feeds, but that's like part and parcel. That's banter.
Yeah,
But see
Yeah.
if we're going like back to like the start though, where are the female like teams in the LCS?
Well,
Or,
Right.
like I know Sirens, I know
There we go.
Sirens had
Somebody named
had
it.
started up a team, but you know what I mean, like
Right.
where-
No, we'll start with him, right? Because see, the problem with Siren is the problem with Siren was that the Siren was garbage.
yeah.
Forget them being female or male. Siren were garbage.
What was that girl's name again? Oh, what was her name? She was a Thresh main for.
Renegades,
Yeah. What was her name again?
I can't even mind.
It started with an R. Honestly, it's
Yeah. I know who you mean.
But that's the thing though, like, you know, she was actually alright.
the fact that you can't remember her name tells you though, eh?
No,
Yeah, exactly.
It was a while ago though, it was a while ago. And I think that the only reason that she left was because Amelia
She
but
took
that
a
wasn't
lot.
her in-game name, that wasn't her in-game name though. Like she took a lot of stick
Yeah.
for you know, for certain stuff.
But see, I think the whole like Dylan, to go back to the exact original question.
Yeah.
I don't think it will ever happen.
No,
It's
definitely
too late now, right? See,
Yeah.
see if esports had nipped it in the bud from the very start and got more women, more lasses involved and tried to get them in harder. So like, it's more appealing to boys, so it's easy to get more guys in.
Yeah.
So more guys come
Yeah.
in, more guys are playing league. All your teams are set up. Let's go with it. Nobody actually went out and physically, like, apart from Team Siren, but like it's too late and they were too garbage, so nobody cared and knew they're a laughing stock. No, but they were.
But
Like-
I think also for guys though, it's easier for them to find a group to fit in. But with girls, it's like, oh god, there's a girl gamer. Oh, like, I hate that term.
Yeah,
but
yeah. But see if this was addressed at the very, very start, then you wouldn't have a girl gamer.
That should still develop over time, because like naturally in the gaming community, there's like League of Legends, the community's gonna be mostly men and
Yeah.
young young boys
Yeah,
that
but
are going to start
no.
the shit again.
no, but forget League. Like the question was on esports.
Oh,
So like,
right.
see, even if you get into Hearthstone, Hearthstone is like 95% male to female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, why? I mean, Hearthstone's not even a hard game. Hearthstone's just like a thinking, calculating. I mean, I'm not saying it's a hard game, right? It is a hard game when you get to the top stage, and it's all about card counting, and you know what your opponent's going to play next, and figuring out what they've got in their hand, right? But any female can do that just as well, if not better than another guy.
Yeah.
But it's still 95% predominantly male.
Yeah.
So like, see, they need to nip that in the bud, but it's too late now, I think, because
I feel-
esports is only going to grow quicker and higher and harder.
But
And
see,
Women are just going to be left because they're not coming out quick enough and hard enough.
Or they could get abuse and then they quit streaming all this and then just
Yeah.
don't get recognised.
Yeah.
Like, there's been so many streamers that I've enjoyed watching their own, but like they just end up in abuse and then they're gone.
But see now though, like the kind of girls, the girl streamers that are kind of like more well known, like you know like Savitia or Pokemon is that her name. I'm not saying that they're not good because they really are, and I really like Savitia. She's one of my really favourite streamers. But I feel like they got more noticed not because of how they played League, but because of who they dated, kind of thing.
Now hold on. We've got a comment in the chat, right? Just as Claire said, this is bang on point. A comment in the chat, right? So his thing is as well, how many girls do you know that would sit and play games for 13 hours plus a day? Right? We don't know MD. That's the whole point. But
Doesn't
to
it
say,
say that there's not girls out
yeah,
there?
exactly. To say
No.
that implied that there's no lassies out there that sit and play games for 13 hours a day. I can
That's it,
guarantee you there is millions of lassies out there that play 13 hours a day and still don't get noticed because they're hiding under a guy's name, and or then they find out they're a lassie, and as Grant said, like nobody wants to play with them anymore because they find out they were a lassie.
Yeah.
So
It's
like-
just the same as saying though. It's like how many, you know, there's more boys out there as well that don't sit and play games for 13 hours plus a day. What does that make them? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Not
A
not
week.
every single boy sits and plays a game for 13 hours a day. You know what I mean?
Those-
There's most boys out there who don't even play video games. You know what I mean?
There ain't no
Contrary to
boys in
popular
here.
belief.
those numbers are rookie numbers. Need to up their numbers.
We're all men.
We play games for 26 hours a day. No, it's 24.
Giant babies. No.
So
Okay.
I think female in esports is doomed for existence because there's not going to be like you've got an LCS. There's no reason why you cannot make a female LCS.
But it shouldn't have to be. It should be mixed in teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
why,
there is.
Why are LCS teams like? There's got to be a female good enough that an LCS team would say, actually, you know what? Why don't you come on the team?
Because
Yeah, I know.
you know why I think this is because of the whole you know thing that's on top of the girl gamers just now. Like they're not going to come forward and say, oh, I'm actually pretty decent. They'll just get laughed at, you know what I mean, because of everything that's been going on and because of how people view girls who play games. You know, they'd rather just sit in their house and get good rather than come, and be practically like a laughing stock.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's not enough done for females to go out and find females because like as Claire said, right, which is probably I'm going to stereotype women again as I shouldn't here, right? But there's probably more females. There's probably more females like Claire that would rather play in games than sit in the house and no leave. Like they'll no put themselves out there to be noticed.
Perfect.
I know, perfect example is Claire, do you know what I mean? But if Claire doesn't want to go out her house, then see if Claire's challenge on sitting in her house, then she shouldn't like have to go out her house to put herself out there, but she does. Or else she's not going to get noticed.
See, sometimes I know that in the past, and I was like obviously looking for like little, like jokey teams to kind of play with to kind of waste time away or whatever during the day. I'd always be really, really like, what's the word, like shy to like approach them because I know that they'd want to know a little bit more about me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if I felt that as if I told them what my gender was, then they'd kind of be like, whoa, get her to fuck, or whoa, send me nudes. You know what I mean?
Go on then.
Go on then. Was that an invitation? No, but that's the exact response that you would get if you pure strangers, which I think is like Why would you say that to a lassie that you don't like?
Like, fair that I still get that response off the Grant, so.
What?
No, but that's what I'm saying. We're different, right? Like we kind of joke about that, and that's alright, right? But see, like when you were brand new and you come into this community, I would never turn around and say to you, "I do you want to send me nudes?" Even if it was a joke or
you
not. It is that. Do you know what I mean?
I did.
You grandpa
I never.
did.
I never.
No, but that's, do you know what I mean? It's like, who would turn around and say to a brand new lassie, like, you've been playing games with this person for 4 weeks on League because you found them in duo queue and they were good, and it turns out a lassie, your next message is, send me nudes and I'll boost you. That is like 95% of what happens to lassies when they say, oh, I'm a lassie. And it shouldn't be, but it's League.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's gaming community, it's not even just League, it is the gaming community
Yeah.
as a whole.
Don't discriminate. Boost everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, come on, Grant. I'm still waiting, mate. I'm still not gold. What?
I'll take my time. Take my time.
Take his time, he's not done with me yet.
Oh, cheesy peeps. On that note, guys, I think we'll call it a day there. Coming up next week, if we're all free again, the questions we'll be asking are: what have your favourite achievements been in a personal game of your own? What are your favourite streamers? And what free games do you think will be relevant in the next 5 to 10 years? So stuff like League of Legends, CSGO, all your big time online games. We will be leaving on a video, which will be what is your name? You will see the video right after this. I would like to say thank you from our co-hosters tonight. What is your name?
Fuck's sake.
Every video we're going to leave our favourite YouTube video of the week, and this week it is what is your name?
Oh, what is your name?
You'd bring a fucking tea in a glass eye with that.
Right,
I've not seen this video yet. So I
right.
don't
Well, you'll
know.
see after this video. Thank you for coming tonight, Grant, Claire, and David. It was
You're welcome.
a pleasure to have you all, and
Thank you very
hopefully
much.
we'll all be on next week. Thanks for watching,
Thank
guys.
you guys for listening.
See you
Bye-bye.
later.
Bye.